Hello and welcome everyone to my Let's Play Tomb Raider 3, The Adventures of Lara Croft. This is Algaris115 speaking, and no time for bigger introductions as we are subjects to a very warm reception of a couple of local natives. These are the Blow-Dart warriors we have encountered in Coastal Village. Whew, okay, what an introduction. Okay, now that we are successfully not poisoned, I really suggest you to side flip from side to side and use a long-range weapon like the MP5 here to avoid being poisoned. The level we have entered right now is called Temple of Puna. Now, you might be wondering what or who the hell exactly Puna is. I have a strong hunch this is the boss we will encounter at the very end of this level. This is a very short boss fight level with a couple of trap gauntlets, that kind of thing. Think of it like Caves of Kalia, although in Caves of Kalia you could just ignore everything and go straight to Tony if you knew where to go. Here you do have to pass through a couple of traps in order to open this iron grate and reach the final boss room. So basically, really, I have no idea who Puna is supposed to be. Now, there are two paths we can go. This is a path we'll be returning from. There is another iron grate, couple of loose tiles that are solid, however, right now. It will take certain tremor for them to become unstable. Yes, you know exactly what is gonna happen. Yeah, there's really nothing for us here. The couple of natives that welcomed us were, I guess, trying to show us a way in a very hostile manner as to where we need to go. Now, they do not actually drop anything at this point, and if we go forward we will encounter the very fourth one. Now, I suggest you use your shotgun over here. Oh my god, we haven't used you for ages. Since Nevada Desert, I think. Okay. Careful, he's already shooting that stuff on us. Okay. Blast him, Lara. And behind his back, finish him off. Good. Okay, had a very couple of close attempts. Whew. Okay, so this is a staircase where we can continue. Just before you do, make a note of the textures on the wall over there. I'm not sure if you can see it from here, but amongst them is a very cleverly concealed door of the same texture, but it's slightly protruding out. Now, the same mechanism that will trigger the opening of the iron grate leading to the throne room with the final boss that I've showed you will also trigger the door over here, and this is actually the first and final secret of this level. If we look here, just one secret to be had here, and there are actually infinite amount of kills we can achieve in this level, believe it or not. Now, there are only 7 kills excluding the boss, then the boss itself, and then finally an infinite spawning of enemies. I will cover that in more detail when we actually encounter that. My attempt will be to just get a clean, solid 8 kills, and for the sake of statistics, be aware that you can rack up as many kills as you humanly can in this level. Anyways, so this will be a very short one. Now, first of all, we'll find ourselves back on this staircase once that secret door is open. Let's just scroll through here. If you did get poisoned by one of these bastards, do not worry too much, as in the following room there is a health crystal. Now, of course, a very suggestive small health pack, but the health crystal is right over here, so you can quickly make it up the stairs after you finish them off and just heal yourself up. Well, that is if you're the PC player, of course. So yeah, no biggie. Now, this is a very memorable trap room. What I tend to do here, what works best for me is, yes, squeezing Lara into a corner over there and trying to sort of angle her in a 45 degrees angle, like that. She should be safe from any harm. Now, there are exceptions to that, unfortunately. Ooh, my goodness, that was so very close. I risked a lot there. Okay, let's be patient. Patience is what you need to exercise in this room. Oh, press it, Lara, please. I talk about patience and here I am rushing her. Okay. Okay, awesome. And yeah, so 4 noses you have to press in this room, and you probably hear the door mechanism opening. Okay, so this is really the most reliable way I find of doing it, and we have therefore opened the copper door over here. Very ornate, reminds me of the dragon seal door in Tomb Raider 2 in the Floating Isles. Ah, fond memories. Anyway, I suggest you keep to the left side, and yeah, maybe let's just fall like this. Doesn't really matter, because now there is a spiky ceiling trying to drop on top of us, but thankfully we can stop it in time by pushing this block out. I'm not sure if you could have seen it, but I will show you once we are safe. Oh my god, just in time, look at this thing. Strangely enough, if you push the block back, the ceiling will stay where it is. The mechanism has jammed, some gear work no doubt, and you know, it just stays there, so feel free to put it back, although this really feels nasty, like it's about to drop any moment. I don't think Lara would really risk doing that, but I do. I like to exploit game mechanics and stuff like that. You can also in time press all 3 levers, ignoring that block, but I find this to be, well, really the safest, most reliable method for you noticing that different texture of that block. Now, you will take some minor damage when falling here, but don't worry. Once again, there is a very conveniently placed health crystal behind that door over there, so it will more than make up for it. So yeah, this should look very familiar. We went in this room, we were in a room just like that. If you remember, it had this yellowish tint glow, and it was the boulder over there. You can't see it through Lara's head now, unfortunately. Yeah, that boulder over there. So, this is a really scenic, memorable moment of Tomb Raider 3. It's kind of like the big boulder in the Challenge of Atlas in St. Francis Folly. So now, the boulder doesn't get triggered immediately, but once it does, please keep sprinting. Oh my god, and no rest here because... Do you see him? Okay, maybe he'll come closer. Oh my god, no, not from 2 sides. Come on guys, some fair play, please. Okay, that was 1, but there are 2 more in that corridor over there. Oh my goodness gracious, I'm so stressed right now. I really don't want to use a health pack here. Oh, thank you very much for dying. Whew. Now, I'm not sure if it is possible to return to the health pack crystal. I don't think so. The boulder seems to be blocking that path completely. So, if you do get poisoned, you will have to either use a small health pack or continue quickly through the level and finish the boss before your health will expire completely, which, by the way, is entirely possible. As you know by now, the poison is really slow in its effect, but for those of you interested in goodies, please make note of the small health pack that the very last guy drops. And also, now we are once again returning to the staircase. As I said, once we trigger the final grate leading to the throne room, we'll also trigger the opening of the first and final secret of this level. So if you look up, you can now see a corridor being opened. Now, you might be wondering, okay, how the hell do we reach it? If you remember the chain plug room in Madub Gorge, we used exactly this kind of texture as a ladder, you know, to sort of climb up. This time, this is not a ladder, but you can use it to shimmy along. I will show you in a while how they achieve this in the engine. Okay, let's climb up here. And this, actually let me light up a flare even though it's not necessary. This right here is the secret behind it. As you can see, it's hollow in here and has a narrow finish. And this is how they achieve this being grabbable and shimmyable. I think it's a word, right? Anyway, if you enter, a flare will, well, a torch will light up anyway, but you know, I find it doesn't illuminate things as properly as it should. Anyway, our reward for this is amazing. It is 1 large health pack, 1 box of flares, and 3 pairs of Desert Eagle clips. Now you know how much, in what a high esteem I hold Desert Eagle weapon. The developers knew what they are doing here. This is arguably the best weapon, not only in the game, but also for this particular boss fight. Although, I have a very different way of tackling that boss, which I will show you in due time. Oh, seem to have taken some damage. Oh, no biggie. Okay, so let's just drop down safely. If you're in a rush and start jumping forward, you might take some minor falling damage here as well. So just be careful about that. And now we get a little lovely Tomb Raider 2 throwback. Ah, this theme. My goodness, I love it so much. It just warms up my heart whenever I hear it. Before we really do anything here, let's just make a note of these 2 small health packs. You can pick them up now or later, and doesn't really matter, but you know, why keep it for later. Also, make sure not to fall down, because there is a very deep pit in beneath that Lara will just break her neck falling into. This strange rocky formation, you know, I really like how this area looks. This is basically what our South Pacific adventure has been leading up to this point. This is it in its entirety. This is the final boss fight. As you can see, the aura dagger carved in a shape of salamander is right over there, and we want to reach it. And Lara aims at it for some unknown strange reason. The reason is that this very throne is the boss. Now, there is no point in wasting your precious ammunition on the boss right now, because it is shielded. It will just keep deflecting any kinds of bullets. Let me just give you the quick rundown of the boss. The boss will start shooting lightning bolts at us. One hits you, it's all over, doesn't matter how much health you have left, so in that regard it's not a big issue if you tackle this boss whilst poisoned by one of the warriors before, or if you have a really low amount of health. So it really makes no difference. As long as you are alive, you are good to go. Saying that, what this boss occasionally does, and the boss being the 8th enemy, yes, because we have now killed 7, he will sometimes spawn the lizards, the salamanders from Madubu Gorge. Now these guys will once again just pretty much poison you, and otherwise they're a nuisance because they can throw you off the ledge and cause a premature death. Now the reason is, this boss, if you are not really intent on killing him, he will keep spawning these lizards for all eternity. This was actually confirmed by one of the level designers in an interview. You can possibly rack up an infinite amount of kills in this level. So what I decided to do is to try and avoid killing the lizards in their entirety, so they are not even included in our statistics kill count. I will try to just cleanly kill the boss and ignore whatever lizards he will summon. Once he summons one up, he will become invincible until you kill that lizard. So you do have to kill the lizards in order to get to the boss, unless you have a very fast way of killing him. Now remember, we have picked up this beauty, the rocket launcher, in the previous level, and I have been worried we might not get to use it adequately. Well, that has changed. We are gonna blast this boss to pieces. Now mind you, if you do land a killing blow with rocket launcher, just like grenade launcher, it will result in either giving you 2 or 3 kills. If you remember, the same kind of glitch that triggered when we killed Tony with a grenade launcher. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fire 3 rockets at this boss and then finish him off with 1 epic bullet from Desert Eagle, and that should be it. Okay? The problem is the boss is invincible and only can be hurt during very brief time periods when he's firing lightning bolts at you. So, enough me talking, let's get to the action. Keep holding the control key, Lara should time those rockets just fine. Okay, he was hit 3 times, this is good. Now, let's make use of the Desert Eagle, or feel free to fire the 4th rocket if you don't care about the kills count being messed up, but I do. And now shoot when he shoots and summons that lizard. Okay, and that's the death of him. Now yes, the lizard is kind of a nuisance, keeps biting and hitting us, the little bastard. I don't worry too much that he poisoned us, because by now all we need to do is pick up that aura dagger on the pedestal and we are done with the level. So these guys can be spawned infinitely. Therefore, I'm going to avoid including them in our kills count statistics and not kill a single one. So, we should have 8 kills right now, because we finished him off with a Desert Eagle bullet. Very good. And now this might be a bit tricky to pick it up without getting pushed off. Yes! Oh my god, we did it! I'm so happy! Okay, so that's it for the Temple of Puna. Pretty much the shortest level so far, even shorter I think than Caves of Kalia. We have found the one and only secret in this level. We have killed all 7 native blow dart warriors and the Puna himself. If you have noticed, actually he is a native as well. One of the natives who possess the power of the aura dagger, which I will show you in the inventory in the next level, but you might have noticed it is shaped like salamander. It is also what causes the spawning of these mutated lizards. So we have killed that guy off, which is strange because the friendly native at the end of the crash site before Madubu Gorge mentioned the 6th leader Maoki, but that was a leader back in what we call Antarctica nowadays, so this must be a more recent ruler of this coastal village tribes, something like that. Anyway, his artifact is now ours, and we have also found all 13 items. And we have managed to put that rocket launcher to good use. As you might have seen, it has a much more superior range and accuracy than grenade launcher does. So it's a very interesting alternative to the explosive armament of Laras. Anyway, now with the press of the action key, we get once again a lovely look at the globe screen. This time we have no other destinations to choose. London is the only one remaining. I believe London levels will be the most difficult ones. On PS1 version, they are definitely the darkest ones, which makes them on their own quite difficult and challenging. Either way, I'm looking forward to them. After what we've been through in India, in Nevada and in South Pacific, I feel more confident than ever. So, thank you very much guys for watching, and keep a lookout on Lara's homecoming to London. I'll see you next time in the Thames Wharf.